My name is Donald Waugh, and you're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.
Hi everyone, John Liebman here. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. We're coming to you today on location from the 2020 NAMM show at the NS Design booth with our old friend Donald Waugh. How are you, Donald?
I'm doing great.
Are you laughing at your name or the way I say your name?
A little bit of both, but yeah.
All right, let's start this way. Sir, hello. What is your name, please?
Donald Waugh.
Oh, sorry. We did an interview at Summer NAMM about close to 3 years ago, and we got the whole story of your upbringing and how you became a bass player, and in Jamaica, right? Jamaica, and it's a great interview. Waugh is W-A-U-G-H, Donald Waugh. Put that in a little search thing at For Bass Players Only. The interview will come right up. All that great information. And at the time, your third record, I think, was coming out early days, right? Okay, so that was a while ago, and there's new stuff to talk about, and you're always doing exciting things. So bring us up to date on what's been happening the last couple of years.
Well, early days, we published that about for a year and a half now, so it's been out for a while. Been doing well. People, a great response. People have been downloading the album. Been toured with a band called Purple Haze. That was great. Fun tour. Been focusing on getting a new show together. Experimenting, doing piano and bass at the same time. Kind of a little show I've been working on. Still working on it. So hopefully in March I'll be back out on the road as a solo act again.
Okay, I already have questions.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, I'm sorry. Purple Haze, was that like a Hendrix tribute band or just a coincidence with the name?
A coincidence with the name. It was actually a Trinidadian band.
Okay.
But it was a really cool band. They played a lot of pop music, but it was a fun band. It was a fun tour.
Okay, well what I really can't get my head around, did I hear you say playing piano and bass at the same time? You mean literally one person playing piano? Okay, you want to explain that a little bit?
So I would start playing the songs. So I would literally have my bass strapped to me, and I'll be playing the piano, and especially in the solo section. So I'd be looping, looping piano and bass. I'd do like a thing on the bass line and thing, and play the chords. So when I'm soloing, I'd probably start soloing on the piano, doing lines, and I'd trade playing solos back and forth. It's pretty, interesting for the audience to see, and it's fun for me. It's challenging. So I've been kind of focusing on that to get that tight and ready for the road. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, continue. Is there more stuff that you want to share with us?
Yes, I'm on the fourth album, working on it. I haven't really come up with a name for the album yet. I've been just compiling the songs, but I've been taking a while with the fourth album because I've been learning a lot of new things. As I said, I started playing the piano. Started playing piano from when I was a kid, but really focusing on it now to really get it right. And I started playing the ukulele. So all these different textures and sounds I can now add in the fourth album, so it's going to be more unique. And just had a baby, which is kind of cool. That's pretty inspiring as well. So I had to kind of go easy on travel for this year because I want to spend some time with the family.
I think you're wise, not just being a good father, but for for other reasons too. Being home with a newborn is not a bad thing to do. Helping out with the baby and stuff without the non-baby stuff too.
Exactly. I like being a dad. It is an awesome opportunity and a gift, a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah. And
congratulations.
Thank you so much. My daughter's kind of inspiring me to write interesting songs, and it's been a ride.
I've seen the pictures. She is beautiful.
Thank you so much, John.
She looks like her mom.
She does. A clone. Man,
nothing wrong with that.
Not a thing. She's gorgeous. But yeah, so right now I also I've been playing NS. We're at the NS booth. I've been playing the upright 5 and 4, and also played a 5-string NS Wave series bass. This is a 6-string CR. I'm thinking of getting into a 6-string soon, hopefully. And Yeah, and I just recently got my signature MG bass, which is kind of cool, 7-string, which hopefully going to go on the road with that as well. Yeah, so a lot of things in the pipeline. Still playing Phil Jones bass amps. That's awesome. Optimus strings. So I'm endorsing for Optimus strings, and Lanakai ukulele. As I told you, I'm playing ukulele, so I endorse for Lanakai, and it's been great.
What else, since we're at the NS Design booth, what else can you share with us and these folks about your NS Design instruments?
Well, NS Design has really been an inspiration to many of album 2 and 3. A lot of sounds, with upright bass, and just recently with the 5-string wave, the texture of sounds, I cannot get those sounds from any other bass. So I find myself always go back to the fretless to get those. So you know those sounds. So
you should call that the wah wah.
I was waiting for that. So yeah, it's great, and it's been really, 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 really good to me. I really appreciate their support. And in kind is mutual. I like talking about NS and playing their instruments, and people seem to also love NS Design. You play NS also, and it's a great company, great instruments. Yeah, I love it.
I did an interview the other day, about 3 feet away from where we're sitting, with Ned Steinberger and with Jim Riley, who just authored a biography of Ned and the whole story, and that is going to be available, I think they said April 15th, 2020, so I share that with you as well. I read through a lot of it on the plane on the way out here. It's a great story, and I recommend it. I want to ask you about actually playing the bass. We've got hundreds and hundreds of interviews on ForBassPlayersOnly.com. We also have a very vibrant education component, and people come to us to learn bass online at For Bass Players Only. So what advice can you impart to somebody who wants to learn to play the bass? What do you think is important that they should know?
Take it slow. I find a lot of musicians want to play like Victor Wooten on the first couple of weeks, right? But I'd say
it'll take you at least a month to play like Victor.
Yeah. Take it slow, and learn songs that you actually like. When I just started playing bass, the first song I learned was La Bamba. Yeah, it's a fun song to play. First song. And it makes you want to learn. And of course we move on to Jacko right after, but yeah. But take it slow, I find with any instrument, if you're learning, you learn your scales, of course, your arpeggios, learn harmony. As a bass player, harmony is very important. Your 1, your 3, your 5. If you want to drop in your flat 7, your natural, your 13s if you feel like. But scales, your arpeggios, your technique, slowly develop it and try to play comfortably, because it can really hurt yourself. I hurt myself playing for years, so I've modified my technique to have my wrists more straight, because this doesn't work for years and years. It will hurt you eventually. So I find myself playing with a very straight wrist. So yeah, just go easy and have fun. If you're not having fun, don't do it. What's the point,
Exactly. Good advice. And by the way, a shout out to all of our newest members who just signed up at ForBassPlayersOnly.com from various parts around the country and around the world. We're glad to have you in our bass playing community and have you joining us learning bass online right here at ForBassPlayersOnly.com. How about the future, Donald? What else? I mean, you mentioned the record you're working on, but how about beyond that, or if there's something else on that list of things that you've been wanting to get to for a long time, what else is in store?
Well, being a dad, that's obvious, yeah. And getting into movie music and video games and stuff, that's ultimately the future. Not touring so much and working in my studio at home and doing that kind of music. Just working with movie production companies and video game companies and make music that way. That way I can work from home.
That's very exciting to me also, film scoring. And I probably asked you this last time, but I don't remember, so I'll ask you anyway. What would you be if you were not a bass player? Something outside of music?
I would likely be a graphic designer, maybe sculptor. Yeah, something visual arts, definitely. Yeah.
Very good. Yes, you've got that artistic thing, that aura about you. Well, congratulations on your success up till this point. We look forward to the new record. Is it safe to say that sometime in 2020 it'll be out?
I'm trying hard for.
It's only January, man. Come on.
Okay, fine. Definitely summer. My target is summer because I have most of the songs, but I just need to complete the entire album and make it available to the fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know when it's out, and the title is To Be Determined. We don't know what it is yet. All right. Thanks. Much luck. Continued success to you. Keep us up to date, and we'll share all the good information with everyone here. On location at the NS Design booth with our good friend Donald Waugh at the 2020 Winter NAMM Show, Anaheim, California. I'm John Liebman. You're watching the #1 site for exclusive one-on-one bass player interviews like this one. And now more and more people's favorite site for learning bass online, forbassplayersonly.com. I'm John Liebman once again. Let's play bass.